Hi there, Interghost here, and it's another pickups video. Another month's gone, and let's see what we got.
Interghost is at the Kaboom. He's picking up games to show to you. He really likes to play on his Wii U. And if you think you've got a high score, well, that's what Retro Records is for. His XCOM team aren't living anymore. Him and all the dudes are singing out of tune. It's your friendly YouTube hosts, Interghost.
So yeah, May's gone, it's now June. We're still in lockdown, so we still can't go out looking in charity shops, car boot sales, that sort of thing, but we can still go on eBay, Facebook Marketplace and Amazon, things like that. I was going to film this outside in the sun, but I don't know if you can hear. Somebody's building something out there. Always the way when you go to make a video and somebody wants to get a drill or something out and ruin it. So what have I got? I've got a few books and some games and something a little special at the end. So I'll do the books first, just to get those out of the way. And I've been really getting into Terry Pratchett books again recently. With the lockdown, I've been reading quite a lot of stuff, and I've been flying through the books. So I've been replacing some of my paperbacks for hardbacks. We got Unseen Academicals, hardback. We got FUD. This one's quite a cool one. Interesting Times. This is quite a hard one to get hold of. And A Hat Full of Sky. Now these were all, I think they're £3. Yeah, there's all £3 on Facebook. Found somebody selling them and they were willing to post them out to me. So I got them all in one bundle for £12 for the 4. And including postage, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then on eBay, I picked up a couple of books which are quite rare and hard to get hold of, and it's the Wizards of Odd, which is a book full of short stories, and it has Terry Pratchett in there, also Douglas Adams. Yeah, I thought it was quite funny, I think it's this one, that there's actually the Terry Pratchett story in here is 5 pages long. So out of the whole book, that bit there is the actual Terry Pratchett story, although it's got his name across the front in big letters. So 5 pages out of all of that is actually his. But yeah, I thought that was quite cool to get hold of because it's another Discworld story. And then again we got another one which is a collection of short stories, and it's called Legends. Now this was made to celebrate what's his name, J.R.R. Tolkien, and they got a lot of fancy writers together to make a book, and again it's got Terry Pratchett in it, along with a load of other people, including George R.R. Martin, who did the Game of Thrones series. Not sure how long the story is in this one. I'm not sure, it hasn't got an index, but yeah, it's a more of a bulky story in that one, and again another Discworld short story in there. So I was happy to get those, and they were £3.66 postage and £2.98. So for a couple of rarer books, really happy to get those ones. Next, I found somebody who was selling a few Nintendo games. They had some Wii titles and a GameCube title. I actually went along for the Wii titles, and she said, "Oh, I've actually got a GameCube one if you want it as well." And I thought, why not? Pick that one up as well. So the Wii ones were, they're not great titles, but the ones I didn't have. And we got Action Girls Racing, which is like a karting game. We got AMF Bowling Pin Busters, which actually is quite fun. It's very much like the what's it called, Wii Sports Bowling, but you got proper characters in it, and you got different locations. You'd have to use the Mii characters, which I've always thought looked terrible. So yeah, that's quite a good one. We got Mythmaker's Orbs of Doom, which is a standard platformer, 3D, collect your orbs as you go around the levels. Cars 2, which goes for quite a bit on eBay, CEX. I think it's about a £5 game. And all of these were, how much were these? They're £1 each, I think. Yep, they're all £1 each. And also, which I was quite excited to get, was Tony Hawk's Shred. Now, the reason I thought this was really cool to pick up is because when I was away at Butlins with some of the guys, Shocks, Gashead, Paul, and Colossal Bids, I went to a charity shop and I found one of these, which is the Tony Hawk's skating board. It's got all the controls on the side for the Wii, and I thought, yeah, that's really cool, I'll pick up the game. It's a cheap game, and I finally found the game. Now I put it in, tried to play on it. Unfortunately, you need like a dongle thing you plug into the Wii or the Wii U to connect this to the machine. So I still need that. I've got these two, and I just need to pick up one of those. Unfortunately, those are quite hard to get hold of, so I'll keep an eye out on eBay. I'm sure one will turn up soon, but yeah, quite happy to get that one. And the GameCube game which the lady had when I went round was Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3, which is a really cool game. I think it's got the first one on there as well. It's got a special 2-player version of the original game on there as well. And yeah, I always like the Star Wars games on the GameCube. They really capture the feel of the original Star Wars movies, and probably one of the better Star Wars games to get hold of. So yeah, happy to get that one. And again, I think it was £1. And she actually wanted £2 for that one, which I was happy to do. So yeah, brilliant, another GameCube game. Next we'll move on to some Switch games. You know, I'm loving the Switch at the moment. Now, the first one I'll talk about is Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap, which is a game which I purchased off of somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and they were happy to deliver it to me, and it was only £15, which I thought was a bargain. I think this goes for 30 odd or something second hand, and it's basically a remake of the original Master System game. And the best feature in this is you can switch between the new game and the old game on the fly by just pressing the shoulder button, and it jumps between the 8-bit version and the new one. I'll talk about more of that in a future video because I've completed it, and I'll do a finisher video on that one soon. So that was good for 15 quid. So the next one is one which I got off of eBay, and it was only £28, which I thought was a bargain. It was on Buy It Now, and I've been looking for this for a while, and I think it goes for, yeah, it's £42 on CEX. So for 28 quid I thought that was a bargain. I love Fire Emblem games, and it's one I was missing from the collection, and I picked it up, and it's Fire Emblem and Three Houses, and yeah, it's really good. It's pretty much like the other ones, apart from you got a bit of roleplay adventuring in there as well, where you have to walk around in third person in a like university type place. It's a bit like Harry Potter, but you're the teacher and you have to choose one of the 3 houses in the school, and then you train up the students to take them out to battle and fight the different people. So yeah, worth picking up, and for 28 quid, bargain. Now finally for the Switch games is one which I did through Facebook, and it's Pokemon Sword. Now there's a bit of a story behind this one because I'm part of a group called the Nintendo Switch Swap Group. There are clues in the name. You go on there and you can just swap games. There's no selling of games. You can literally say what you got, what you want, and you can just swap the games over. You send them your game and they send you theirs. Now the first one I swapped on there was Ghostbusters. I swapped it for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and I'll be doing a video on that one soon as well, because I completed Donkey Kong. Took me about a week to do it, and a brilliant game. However, I'd played it in the past, and because I went through it quite quickly and I completed it straight away, I went back on the group and I swapped Donkey Kong for this one. So for Ghostbusters, which I'd already completed, I swapped for Donkey Kong. For Donkey Kong, I swapped for Pokemon Sword. So for the price of one game, I've played 3 games, which is pretty cool. And this is quite a sought after game, and it's I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I haven't really played any since sort of Game Boy days, but yeah, so far so good. it's more of the same, but in more of a 3D style world. You go around capturing Pokemon, training them up to fight other Pokemon, and then to go into battle in a like tournament and try and beat other Pokemon trainers. So yeah, quite a cool little game, and technically for free, or swapped it for Ghostbusters. Now finally, something a little bit different. For Christmas last year, I got this for Jack, my son, and it's the Stranger Things Dungeons and Dragons starter set, and you get like a Demogorgon figure in there. Well, you get two in there actually, and it's been sat on the shelf since Christmas because he didn't want to read the instruction manual, the rule book. So I got it down, being locked down, and I thought, right, I'm gonna read this so that he can play it. Read through it all. Took me 3 hours to read the instruction book, and it's only the simple book. And we sat down, Jack and Leo and I did the Dungeon Master role, and we played through the adventure in here, and we loved it. I haven't played a Dungeons and Dragons game since I was about 12, around a friend's house. Never really got into it back in the day. I did have a few sets back in the day, but I never, sat down and read all the rules and that sort of thing. And yeah, it was really good fun, and not as geeky as I thought it was going to be. And it is basically, you sat around the table and it's storytelling. You say what's happening and they tell you what they want to do, and then if there's anything you want to decide if it happens or not, you roll the dice and see if it happens. And that's it really in a nutshell. So straight after playing that, I got the bug for Dungeons and Dragons, and I thought, right, I'll go online and I'll order the proper instruction manual, which is, the first book is this one. It's the Player's Handbook. Now these go for about £35–40 each online, and I thought, how much would it be for the box set where you get the free core books? And it was £90. And I thought, well, if I'm getting this one, I'm bound to need the other one. So I ended up buying the box, which is really nice, for 90 quid. But I sold some games to get it, and I thought, what the hell, I haven't bought anything for the last couple of months, so I'm going to get these. And yeah, really like them. Because you buy them in the box set, you get these nice shiny covers. Don't know if you can pick that up in the light here, but anyway, so we've got the Player's Handbook. See, I'm reading through it. It's like reading a textbook, but fun. And yeah, it's all colour pages, and let's see if there's any pictures in there. And yeah, so that teaches you how to make your characters and how to play the game. That's the main one you need. Then you also get the Dungeon Master's Guide, which is basically telling you how to create a quest for people. If you don't want to, you can buy quests to give to people to work through, or you can use this and you can make up your own ones, which is a really nice book too. You also get the Monster Manual, which is, as it said on the front, it's a manual of all the different creatures, and yeah, tells you what they do, how to use them, and yeah, all the monsters in this big fat book here. And finally, as a bonus, which normally I think these go for about 10 quid, 10–15 quid, you get the Dungeon Master screen as well, which folds out into a huge thing which you put around your books so people can't see what you're doing. And I think I'll get that all into camera. And then on the other side it has like the main rules, quick reference guide, so that when you've got it round your books, you can see at a glance certain rules. And yeah, so I got all that. I feel a bit geeky doing that, but like I said, playing through it with the boys, it was just really good fun, and I can see why it's so popular. And I've already found a few friends who play Dungeons and Dragons, which I never knew played it. And yeah, I'm really excited to finish reading the books. It's taken me a long time. I've been reading this player one for the last week, and I'm only sort of a third of the way through it. It's quite hard going, but yeah, enjoying it, really liking it. And I would, if you've ever been interested in getting the book but you think, oh no, it's not really for me, get it. Get some friends who are like-minded, or you don't have to have, you know, go down to the local game shop and play with the nerds. You can get your own friends and you can play it however you want to. It's just storytelling at the end of the day, and yeah, it's good fun. Anyway, so that's all that I've got. I've gone on for a bit too long, but yeah, some books, some games, and Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've played any of those. Let me know if you're a player of Dungeons and Dragons. I'd be interested to know how many people actually are out there and play it, or used to play it. That'd be cool. Leave a comment below. Remember to thumb up the video if you like it, thumb it down if you don't, and hit that subscribe button. Cheers, I'll see you next month.